Hello traders, and welcome to the market opening preview on a Tuesday, August 18th, 2015. Traders, great to be with you, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Bright blue sunny skies and white sandy beaches. Absolutely gorgeous outside. It's pretty early in the morning. It's just after 8 o'clock my time, and people walking around already. It's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Traders, remember this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. If you would, please come visit our site at fxclearing.com. All right, traders, let me just introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, 99% of the time I do record this video during the Asia session. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006, and in 2008 I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday in 2008, 9 days after I retired. I'm only going for 3 months. Well, it's 8 years later, traders, and I'm still in Thailand. I like Asia. It's a great place to retire. And, yeah, the weather's good, climate's good, people are good, food is good, everything's good. But most of all, trading the Forex market is the best because of the time zone. I can actually trade Asia, London, and only about the first 3 hours of New York, because then it gets up to about 11 o'clock p.m. my time. No, I do not sit in front of my computer from 6:45 in the morning till 11 o'clock at night. No. I do get breaks. I do get 2 hours here, an hour and a half there, 2 hours here. I do get breaks during the day, so it's not like I'm in front of the computer at all times. All right, so what I do is I trade, and I look for opportunities and probabilities where the trade could be on my side, and that just takes a little bit of studying and a little bit of learning, and hopefully we can help you with that with our videos. All right, let's get the legal stuff out of the way. This is our risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Most of all, traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. That's all legal stuff. Let's head over to some news and commentary. All right, first thing we could take a look at is our economic calendar. Australia had their monetary policy meeting minutes released, and to my knowledge, the Aussie only moved like 15-20 pips, and I think it's back to its original start. The London session is very interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 pieces of data is coming out of the Great British Pound today. There is one, which is CPI year on year. That is the only high impact data during the London session. The New York session, we do have building permits, which is a pretty big number. And that's about it, my friends. That's about it. We have building permits in the U.S. session. That's it. So London is all about the pound. So what does that tell me? Stay away from the pound. Don't even get near it. And it's a technical trading day again. All right, let's take a look at the indices. Let's see what happened. And why is this not doing what I want it to do? Okay, there we go. Sometimes it's just a little finicky. That's all. All right, the US 30 closed up 0.39%. The S&P 500 closed up 0.52%. The NASDAQ closed up 0.86%. The small cap 2000 closed up 1.05%. So pretty much in the green. Let's take a look over in the London area. The DAX closed negative 0.41%. The FTSE 100 closed just barely, wow, negative 0.01%. The CAC 40 closed up 0.57%. The US Stock 50 also closed up 0.20%. So let's come on over to Asia. Now remember when we talk about Asia that these markets are currently open. Okay, the Nikkei 225 is barely up 0.05%. The S&P ASX 200 is up 0.24%. The Shanghai is barely in the red at 0.03%. And the Hang Seng is in the in the upside of 0.39%, with the Kospi out of Seoul in the red at 0.54%. So that gives you our indices and gives us what my calendar looks like today. I looked at the charts today, did a total analysis of what's going on, and New York closed in a down mode yesterday. I watched the New York Open. Actually, I watched the actual bell ring, and it's really funny. They got this board behind, you all know, and it all turns red and green and all that stuff. I got to tell you, I bet 90% of that board was red. Well, I was reading this morning that in the New York afternoon, everything rebounded and came back up again. And the New York Stock Exchange closed in the green yesterday, so pretty interesting stuff. It's how the markets can change around so easily. Well, I don't think it's easily, but it does change. So I think we have some good trades today. Just remember it's a technical day, and, put your stops intelligently on charts. Do a little bit of research. Go to higher time frames. Take a look at what's going on. I think you'd be fine. We'll take a look at some of that as we go through our charts. And it's a good way to get into our charts. We're going to take a look at some 30-minute charts. Traders, remember that each candle on the chart is 30 minutes in duration. Okay, the only thing I want to do with the euro is do what? Yeah, we're gonna try to take this to the upside. I want to take this up to resistance. This is a counter trend trade. Okay, the euro is bearish, but I want to take this to the upside. I've got a feeling that this is coming all the way back up to this 200. Resistance line, 200, all the same price area. I'm a little concerned about the pivot point, just a little bit. There is some price action there, but not a lot. But I am concerned about that. So I want to get past that and hit the 50%. Now, you can enter this right now. There would be nothing wrong with that. You can enter this right now. Stick your stop down here, probably at about the 1055 area price level. Put your stop there and just get in it. Just go. Yeah. So you got some options there to get into it. You don't have to wait for that daily. The only reason I put that pivot there was because I want to clear this daily. Otherwise, it would have been at 382. I would have wanted to get in, but it's got to get through that pivot point. Because I'm bearish in this pair, right? But the trade for today, I think this is going to pull all the way back up. I think it's going to take all these profits out, and it's going to pull back up again. Just got that feeling. I hope I'm wrong, because I'd rather see it go bearish. All right, let's take a look at the pound. This pound has been in the 28 pip range. Not a lot we can do with this. We're just going to let this go. It looks like New York session just went sideways. So there's nothing to do here. Remember, only thing I can say is, remember at the top of it, you can see I have a range set up there. At 56.01 we want to sell, and at 55.77 we want to buy. We buy at support, we sell at resistance. And sometimes, I would think, let's sell this, right? It's bearish, let's sell it, right? Get back, gotta stay with common sense. And the second day in Forex school, they tell you sell at resistance, you buy at support. And we have some 2 up candles, so we'll see. This might, this one, it's got some stuff here. I like it. We got some resistance up here. I hope it breaks through it, to be honest with you. Come up to the 200 and then give me the pullback, down to my take profit area. Just good stuff, really good stuff. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie. The Aussie is the Aussie. Again, pretty range bound. Not a lot of price action yesterday. Listen, folks, the only thing I want to do with the Aussie dollar is sell it. Okay, there's nothing on any time frame on the Aussie dollar that says buy the Aussie dollar. All I want to do is sell it. However, I'm very conservative in this trade, as I want this to break through the daily pivot and the 200 exponential moving average, and I'll take it about 73.40, and I'll take this down to 72.99. I'll take my 42 pips. I don't have a problem with that. So, pretty conservative with this Aussie trade, but I think it's a good trade, and we only want to sell this, right? We don't want to be buying this. Even though it's a commodity pair, we do not want to be buying the Aussie dollar. Let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie's been in a really nice downtrend. You can see a couple of days ago I was in that sideways price action, but still slanting to the downside. Then just fibbed up. This is not unusual. Fibbed, what does it do? Boom, down again she goes all the way back. So I'm hoping it's going to do the same thing here. We get this back up to the 50% fib, take it down. I'm not worried about the daily pivot point. I don't think there's enough price action left of the chart that we have to worry about it. I would just take it down to 1 point. I'd get out like 49.85, somewhere like that. I wouldn't wait for it to get back down to 1.500, right? Because there's a bunch of orders there, and you might get lost in the mess. In other words, you don't get taken in, or they don't take you out, one or the other. So I always go, I like to go like 10 pips above a 00 number like that. Just to make sure if I'm putting a pending order in, that's what I do. Today I won't be putting in any pending orders. I'll be in front of my desk most of the day today. All right, Euro Yen's bearish, moving very nicely. Nice stair-step price action. It's in sideways price action right now. Looks like it did not do anything in New York. So let's see how this works. I want this to pull back up to the 50%, and I don't know if it's going to do that. You might have to enter this at the pivot point, but I would rather get the 50% at 138.02 or 137. Well, if you go to 137, 88, that's the pivot point. So, it's a zone. You're gonna have to figure this out here. You gotta see what kind of price action you have at the pivot point. I'm not gonna tell you to short at the pivot point because that's like, I have no reason to short at the pivot point other than it's a daily pivot point, and me and you are not the only ones looking at it. So I would say, just reevaluate it. I try to get in front of my charts about an hour and a half to 2 hours before the London Open, and take a look at these charts and these plans that I've made, trade plans that I put out there, and see how they're doing and what's going on. I don't think we're going to see any price action until London because we're in the inactive zone of Asia right now, and there is no data, nothing to move. All right, last pair of my day is on New Zealand dollar. I'm bearish on the New Zealand dollar. I have no intentions of buying the New Zealand dollar. I think the reason why you're seeing these big blue candles is because Aussie had its monetary meeting minutes released. Wow. And I think that's what that is from. So a little bit, I'd love to get in this at this daily R2. And the only reason I picked that daily R2 is because that current candle was above all one. The trade plan, I still want this to go up. I do. I want this to go up. I want this to get up there, and then we could take this all the way back, even if you got it in at 65.90. Well, you're at 65.95 right now, so maybe yeah. Well, see how price reacts to this. This might not be a bad pair to get it now. There's no data, and the dollar's strong, so this might not be a bad entry. The problem is, what are we looking for pips? How many pips are we looking at here? So you're looking at 30 pips, 30 to 40 pips you can make on this, depending how far down she goes. So that's what's going on with New Zealand. Yes, I do not want to buy the New Zealand dollar. I want to buy the dollars. I want to sell this one. That's our last chart, my friends, on a Tuesday. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading. Again, please come visit our site at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, till tomorrow, have a great trading day and grab those profits. Talk to you soon now, and always remember, trade smart and not hard. Take care now. Bye-bye.